I've recently had the urge to revisit the early versions of Pocket Edition, so today I dug out my old phone and we can explore the weirdness of Minecraft Pocket Edition Lite. This was the free demo for Minecraft on mobile from 2011 and was sadly discontinued in 2014. It feels almost like a fever dream with how old the graphics look and also the exclusive features it had. I find it one of the most nostalgic versions just because of how distinct it looked. Playing the demo now vividly brings back memories from this era, and you can instantly know that it's the old Pocket Edition. So I'll load up the app and we can look around at what the demo was like. And I'm setting myself the challenge for this video to build something interesting with the very limited selection of blocks that we get given. We'll see how that goes. There's not really much I'm going to be able to do, so don't have high hopes for me. Let's begin. So here it is. I've managed to get the really old version 0.1.1 alpha demo onto my, I think it's the Samsung S9 Edge. It's a very old phone and my one's barely in working condition. It was extremely laggy to get open. But here we are on the old menu, and this is one of the most bare bones Minecraft menus I've seen. There's a lot less going on than Legacy Edition. There's no moving background and there's just options, which doesn't even have its own menu. It just comes to the Samsung Android layout. That's quite funny. I thought they would at least have had their own menu. Yeah, you can change the graphics from fancy and lower graphics, so we can check out the differences between those. Not even sure how fancy these graphics can possibly get, because I've seen footage of this game before. Well, I've played this game before, and I know that it doesn't look pretty. However, it does have a lot of character, and you can definitely tell when you're on the really, really old Pocket Editions. We also have join game. Obviously, no one's going to be online right now. I think this is only LAN, so if someone's on the same Wi-Fi as you, then you'll be able to join their game. But I don't think you could do online multiplayer as in like over the internet. Oh, there's a buy now button. I wonder what that does. I'm not going to go in that until the end because I think it might cut the recording when I change apps. But the big reveal we're waiting for is the start game button. And you'll see when I press it, look, there's absolutely no menu of what world you're going to get. It just puts you into a world. No name, no seed, nothing. And what on earth is this spawn? We can already see this is the limitation. Everyone who's played Pocket Edition knows about the pain where you just can't build any further. Because the worlds in this are tiny. We could do a check of how long it takes me to walk across the world in a bit. But look at that. They don't even do an ocean around the edge like in console. Because most of console, the world doesn't cut off unless it's glitchy. But here they do literally just go, that's the end of the world. What's weird about this version is it's sort of in between creative mode and survival mode. Because you can't fly, but then you have all of the blocks unlocked for you. And there's no crafting or anything. It's so bare bones. All of the blocks that we have, 18 blocks. A good proportion of that is just colors of wool. That's so funny. 18 blocks doesn't sound like a lot, but you can kind of make something with this. It has the very basics that you need for a house. Oh, you can't even get oak logs, you can just get the planks. My challenge of building a base with just this is going to be quite difficult, but we'll make it work. When I set myself that goal, I didn't realize how little I really had to work with. I thought there would at least be oak logs and then be able to use stairs as well for roofs, but no. None of that, it's all locked. I like that they included ladders in the demo though. I wouldn't have considered that a key item to put. Let's try and find some land. We'll see how long it takes to go from one end to the other. Actually, no, I'm not doing that. I'm quitting this world. I got such a lame spawn. Let's make another one. Oh my god, our spawn is so much better this time. This is what Pocket Edition looks like in my head. It's just every time I picture it, it's the hills and the colour of the grass that you really picture. Like everything's a bit janky looking. I don't know. There's something off about it, like the cliffs here, they don't really slope very naturally down. And also just the grass is so dark and saturated. Oh my god, look, we can actually get these. I saw they were locked here. But the cyan flower, one of the rarest, or at least like most forgotten block in the game, because it's only in the really, really old Pocket Edition versions. And oh, there's some glitches going on there. What's that? I think it's ice. The cyan flower is very iconic to this version, as all of like everyone who played Pocket Edition when it was really early, you'll know about the cyan flower. All it is a retextured rose. They've just changed the color of the petals from red to blue. Well, that's interesting. We have the spruce logs here, look. But spruce logs aren't included in any of the blocks we can see in the not available section. Also the leaves as well, because all we have here is the oak leaves. But then, yeah, it's showing there are more blocks. We just don't know about them, basically. I wonder if you could build with those blocks if you had the full version and it's just not showing them here. Or maybe they were unobtainable. What do we have? Do we have gravel? No, what? Damn, we don't even have gravel here, but you can see it in the wall. Wait, mining's quick. Yeah, so this is basically creative mode. Although, look at that. Mining a stone block takes that long. Mining a dirt block takes so much less time. Even though it's still very, very quick for both of them. I forgot that they programmed in timings for the blocks, even though it doesn't really make much of a difference. I like that they have the snow biome at least. The fog that we have is really creeping me out. Look over there, just the tall trees in the distance, and then they start to disappear. Oh, it's no wonder that people used to get so scared of things like Herobrine back in the day. The game wasn't doing itself any favours looking like this. I do get some weird vibes from Pocket Edition. And oh yeah, this must be like a glitch with ice. Probably the fact it's see-through. I don't know why it would be doing that, but it's a cool effect. What else do we have? Bricks we have. Bricks are probably one of the least used building blocks in Minecraft. How high up can we go in the world? Because I think the height limit is also tiny in this version. Everything about this is limited. You can probably see the whole world from the top as well. Oh yeah, I wonder if we can actually see the size of this place. It gets too foggy. Oh, you can see the edge there when I look sideways, and then, oh yeah, the edge there. Wow, you really can. You can see the whole world. Oh, it's just a bit too foggy to properly see it at once. This is really awkward to do with these controls. Okay, that's it. That's it. Just about high enough to still see the ground. Whoa, let's jump. Woo! Oh, that is pretty high. I don't think it... I was assuming it would only go up like 20 blocks, but that's quite a lot. Maybe that's even the same as console edition back in the early days, because I think console started out maybe like 60 or 100 blocks, and then they upgraded it to a lot more. There's another block that we can't obtain. It's the birch trees. I wonder if these are the same leaves as oak leaves, or they have birch leaves. Oh, that's weird though. The birch leaves are the exact same as the oak leaves, but then they've added in the spruce leaves. I wonder why that is. If you really wanted like the corner of your house to be made of birch wood for some reason, you can find one of these trees, cut the leaves off, and then just build it around that. That's literally the only way it's possible in this version. Does sand have gravity? I think I've tested this before. Just can't remember. No, of course it doesn't. Well, that's so weird looking. Especially when I break that, I just assume it's all gonna fall. Because it's like one of those glitches where you find in a cave there's sand still above it. If you break one, the rest should fall. Oh my gosh. That's kind of uncomfortable. It's very Christmassy seeing the snow in the distance as well. It kind of reminds me of old Stampy Longnose videos, even though that was on console. Yeah, this area especially reminds me of the first episode of Stampy's Lovely World where he spawned in. Quit the title and check out the options. We're gonna try, yeah, let's try fancy graphics. They have lower graphics quality as well. No offense, but how could it actually get any worse? Let's try fancy though. I'm guessing all this does is like change the leaves or something. Does the grass look different? No, maybe not. Yeah, it's the leaves, I thought so. They're see-through now. I have no idea how difficult that is for them to render. Maybe this is bad for performance because you have to render like the inside blocks as well, because here they're probably only rendering the outside blocks that you can see. But with the leaves, you're going to have to render all the way, like even the trunk in the middle of all of them. It doesn't look too different, it's still quite ugly. Now I really do want to see what this does. Well, it says shorter view distance and disables fancy rendering. With shorter distance, this is going to be, yeah, I thought it was, it's even creepier. I actually used to be obsessed with the Herobrine videos like this. The original one's just so good where you can see him in the background of the mist. Then there's also the stupid ones, like Herobrine trolling, that was funny. When I was a kid I did try and like troll my friends with the Herobrine skin as well. The funny thing was I only had the Herobrine skin with a party hat on, and it genuinely worked on some people. They still freaked out. I'd turn invisible, like do some crazy stuff, then show my skin for a second and then go back invisible. Those are funny days. Right, I said my challenge was to make a cool looking house, so I think it's time to do it. I'm gonna do it on the top of this hill. And yo, what is that? Is that a glitch, or can terrain just generate like that? Why is there a chunk? Oh, this whole thing looks so glitchy, look. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna build my house on top of this hill then. Alright, I'll do some terraforming for this. I'm not looking forward to building with these controls though, they're so fiddly. I've never really been into mobile gaming, I just can't wrap my head around using a touch screen. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys watching who like grew up owning mobile gaming, and I respect the hell out of you for that. I actually love watching pro mobile gamers. It's so impressive. It's wild because you're playing on something that's meant to just be so much harder to use, and they just train themselves to be really good at that. They could destroy people on PC and stuff. I used to watch the best Fortnite mobile gamer in the world, and him versus PC players was absolutely insane. I just don't get how you can click the exact right place on the screen every single time. Almost all of my memories from this demo are from me driving to my nan's house. Well, not me driving, my parents driving me to my nan's house. So when I was a lot younger, my mum, I didn't have a phone, but my mum had a Samsung Galaxy S4, I think it was. That was an extremely ugly phone looking back at it. But I would always, on the car journeys to my nan's, just borrow her phone the whole trip, and I'd play this world for, I think it was like an hour drive. So I'd have to stay on the same world for a whole hour and make all that progress building a house and exploring, only to then lose everything the next time I played, which is really sad. That's what I didn't like about the demo. I wasn't going to spend my pocket money on Minecraft Pocket Edition on my mum's phone, which I could barely use anyway. I remember being at my nan's constantly like pressing my mum's phone to make sure it's still on so I could save my world for later. I'd never make it the whole way through though. I'd always go like a couple minutes too long without leaving my mum's phone on, and the app would just refresh because, you know, I don't know why, but sometimes they just randomly like refresh the app. I guess because of RAM saving or something. Yeah, I like it. No, I don't like it. I've already lost the vision. I'm not really sure what I'm doing now. Something's got to click in my brain and I'll make something nice. Who knows? Actually, yeah, I've just had a cool thought. Right, we don't have fences, so I'll use glass for this bit. You do get glass walls at the end of like hotel balconies, so it kind of works. Panes would have been better though. Everything's so chunky in this version. I do like that you can click anywhere on the screen to build and you don't have to look exactly where you go. I'm probably going to get cancelled for the amount of crap I've talked about mobile controls. I don't even mean it, I'm just not good at them basically. With the amount of time I spent playing Temple Run as a kid as well, I should have been much better by now. Alright tree, get out my way. Also, I'm a bit worried, well not worried because I don't really care about this phone, but I don't know of the download that I've done for this Pocket Edition demo. Just because it's not an official release, I've just found it on the internet. It might have given the phone a virus. I can't tell because the phone was already so slow, but it's definitely slowed down even more since I've had this. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing this, especially not on your main phone.
2 seconds later.
Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. I went for a break to make a coffee and I forgot about even like having to keep the world on. I just turned my phone off, but I came back and it hadn't refreshed and it'd been like 10 minutes as well. I'm so lucky. I don't know what blessed me, but I thought I was going to lose the space before I'd even finished. Damn it. Oh, so speedy. Speedy as hell. Whoa, that's got to be some kind of record. I think we're done. Yeah, let's hold something normal. So this is the house completed. I've done the best I can with what I've got. Tried to be a bit creative. The shape's probably not the most crazy. It's just squares. But this is the entrance. We got the blue flower to go past. Here you can kind of just have an open plan living space. I actually just forgot to do this wall. Then the balcony. I love the balcony part because you get to see this. Look at that. Nice glitchy terrain area. It's got coal in it as well. Ah, if only we could go mining. Then the main room, which is where you have all your guests over, is the party room over here, and we call it that because it's got some of this funky lighting going on. Look at that. But what I love most about this house is the outer garden. You just walk through this lovely path of dirt and you go back to the first room. Look at that. That's how it works. Let me know in the comments what you think of the house. I mean, I kind of like this room the best. Not a fan of this one, to be honest. And the garden's not looking great. But actually, when I do this and just see that, I'm like, damn, that's a really nice house for beta Minecraft. Just comment out of like 1 to 10. And be as harsh as possible as well. The final part of the video is my personal top 5 Minecraft Pocket Edition Lite blocks. I will not be counting the yellow flower, or the torch, or the ladder, because they're not really blocks. At number 5, we have purple wool. I like this one just because of how bright it is. It's very vibrant, and you can build an alien out of it, or an octopus or something. Number 4 is sand. This one's rather interesting and versatile because it has such a grainy texture and quite minute details compared to the sandstone. It's obviously because of that, it clashes with a lot of other blocks, so that's why it's not higher up on my list. Number 3 is cobblestone. I like this block because it's a very neutral colour. You get houses made out of this in real life. Number 2 is sandstone. You can see I like sandstone in the house. One of the reasons is because of how smooth it looks. It reminds me of hotel lobby floors that have that perfect polish on them. Number 1 best block in Pocket Edition Lite is the oak plank. This is the original building block to make a nice house. Everything could do with a bit of wood. As you can see, it goes well with all the other blocks in my top 5 list, and even goes well with bricks, which didn't quite make it. Look at the wood. You can just see the lines and the planks. They line up with each other nicely, making for this good pattern. They go so well with sandstone and cobblestone, and without the wood, it wouldn't really bring the two together. Cobblestone and sandstone on its own like this, not so great. Add in the wood, I think that's when they start to bring each other out. So that's why oak wood planks are going to be my number 1 block. And of course I'd put the cyan flower at number 1 if it was an actual block and not just a flower. Anyway, I've kind of explored all there is to do in this version. Just because of how limited it is, I can't do much else. It's not like I could go fight the Ender Dragon or something. That was a lot of fun overcoming the challenge of trying to use these controls and also just think of what I could even build with like 5 blocks. It's been so nostalgic and such a long time since I played this version. Obviously, I'd love to hear your stories about this version in the comments, so feel free to write about your favourite memories playing this game. The worst part is just quitting, never getting that world back. I'm just curious, does it take us to the Minecraft page? Because this isn't an official version, I just got it on the internet. It does! They're quite suspicious of where I got my game from. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.